Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. Happy Friday. It's Tony Tone. Hy-Vee Today, April 24th. Good to be with you. At the moment, it is overcast and rainy and a little cold. We had one of the nicest days yesterday, but don't let that stop you from coming out to the store today or tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, if you need to get things. We're doing a fuel saver, so awesome opportunity to pay even less at the gas pump. With every $50 you spend, we'll put 25 cents on your fuel saver. So if you're getting things for the weekend, maybe you're going to just hang out at the house. You've been doing a lot of that. You're going to, do a little barbecue. The price of gas will not be $1.40 when you use that fuel saver, right? So I love it. It's so weird still seeing gas that cheap. And I, for one, am all about making it less than that. So there you go, right there on the screen. You can see 25 cents, $50. The more you spend, the more you save. And if it's, restocking the pantry or the fridge, maybe you're coming to buy things for yourself, and then at the same time you can afford to purchase things and donate to places like the Salvation Army, United Way, whatever the case may be, take advantage of it. And I know you might not be driving that much. I get it. But, I'm still putting gas in my car because I don't have an electric vehicle. So why not save even more at the pump is my whole thing. I just want to recap very briefly. Steak night last night was a huge success. Drive up steak night right outside the entrance here at the store. Chef Scott and Boney and the crew, they fired up at 4 p.m. And I think they had sold 25 steaks in 40 minutes. And then they ended the night with over 75 steak dinners. So that was awesome. They did a great job. Scott was out there pretty much all day yesterday grilling things for lunch, and then they rolled right into dinner. So shout out to them. I'm pretty sure, weather permitting, they'll be back next Thursday for that, and we're looking forward to another successful event. Now, two things on the bakery really quick. You can buy one, get one 50% off in the bakery. Everything except donuts. That's going on through Tuesday, so keep that in mind. Buy one, get one 50% off in the bakery. So it's right there, from bread to cinnamon rolls and cookies, right? It's an awesome deal. And then tomorrow from 7 to 11 a.m. outside, again, weather permitting, the bakery is going to have a dozen glazed donuts for $5, coffee available right out in front of the store. So I wanted to mention that before I forgot, because it was one of those things I was told this morning and I kind of knew, but if I didn't say it out loud, I would have forgotten. And then starting Monday, so Hy-Vee has had face masks available for employees for over 2 weeks now as an optional thing. And starting Monday, it becomes mandatory, which is fine. And I'm hoping to have this look on Monday. So that's Bane from the movie Dark Knight Rises. And I don't know if it needs to be that. Now, listen, it's not. They're not saying that I couldn't wear a Bane mask like that, because Hy-Vee, again, has supplied face masks for everybody, because there's, look at that. You were born in the dark. You merely adopted it. I love, it was best start of a movie, and then Dark Knight Rises ended kind of poorly, in my opinion. But so I had put on Facebook if anybody was making these masks. I specifically was looking for a big and tall mask because I have a big head. I mean, I wear a size 8 hat, and I don't want to have something that's tight. You know what I mean? So my friend, Julie Berry, was right on there this morning on Facebook, commented that she's making them, and I think she's going to take care of me. So thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. You're marvelous. And shout out to her. And I talked to a lady on the phone yesterday that's also making these face masks. And I said to this person on the phone yesterday, I said, how much are you charging? She said, I'm not charging. She's a nurse, this other lady I talked to. So it's great that people are doing that. And the thing that I think her name was Barb that I talked to on the phone yesterday. She alluded to the fact that because I'm not in healthcare, I don't have to, the kind of mask you can wear is kind of like those, I guess, cloth. Is that the right word? It doesn't have to be like the medical grade kind, which I didn't really know. But that's what happens when you talk to a nurse. They're very smart, smarter than I am, and I appreciate that. All right, and then what else was I going to comment on? Oh, these cups, right? So these, listen, these are going pretty quick. The Cubs and Cardinals, it's like a baseball bat. It's a wooden wine glass and then How about a little baseball bat handle shot glass? This is super cool. I don't want to say who came in and bought one yesterday because I don't know if they'd want me to mention it, but a friend came in and they were like, Tony, where are those at? And I walked this person right to them, and they bought one of the Cubs cups. So, right, these are at the store. They're kind of near like register 4 or 5, and they're $9 cheaper here than they are on Amazon. So just keep that in mind, and we'd love to get you taken care of. And then last but not least, if you're looking for footwear, shameless plug, Hy-Vee teaming up with DSW. Is it weird to sell shoes? Not really, because most shoe stores are closed, unfortunately. So in the back of aisle 11, there's a pallet display of shoes. I bought 2 pair of Crocs this week for my kids, and people are loving it. So there's like Skechers and Crocs and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's right there online, DSW at Hy-Vee. And I'm just trying to find an extra. I think I found a pair of Crocs that would fit. My wife is like insisting upon me not buying them, but I don't know if you've ever tried Crocs on. I did last summer, and it was the most comfortable thing ever. I didn't buy a pair last summer, but I'm inclined to buy a pair from the store because we're cheaper than Amazon, and I get a 10% discount every day for working here. So it's kind of like I'm losing money if I don't buy the Crocs, right, everybody? Huh? Nobody's saying yes. Nobody is saying buy the Crocs. Not one person in here. All right. So check that out, and that's in aisle 11. All right. Our friend Peggy Gordon is here. She is a member of the Muscatine City Council, and we have quite a few things to talk about, and I'm glad that you chose to come in with us. I appreciate that, Peggy. I first, and there are some really exciting things that we're going to talk about, but I just first want to get you to comment on how interesting this first term has been, because certainly you made the decision to seek office.
Yep.
Which is a big decision, and you go through that process, you get elected, and kind of starts out business as usual, and then things change a little bit, right?
Well, business as usual, as you're going to dive right into the budget for a few months, so very intense meetings and everything on the budget, which is, I'll tell you, eye-opening.
I bet.
And it was great, and kudos to the city team for the organization, for every department, for Nancy. I mean, they walk you through it, you get asked questions and understand, so incredible. And then now we're getting into construction season, which is always on top of mind. And then we had the new bulky pickup program change. I mean, there's been cool stuff in the last 4 months.
Yeah, definitely not a slow time to get involved. And I haven't really asked you this. What compelled you to make that decision? Because that's something that maybe not a lot of folks have thought about, choosing to serve and run for office. It takes a lot of work. What was it for you that compelled you to do that, Peggy?
Well, working with the city with a couple projects over the last 6 years, I got to know the staff a little better and the inner workings, and just seeing how I could help serve the city. I mean, I love a challenge like that, and I thought now, as I'm old, as opposed to old, let's try it now. So, but I like to help and serve. So
I was so excited when I knew that you were considering, and then you made it official, and I was like, this is great. And then when you got elected, I was very happy. It's a good choice, and you're going to do good work. And this, what you're here to talk about today, is really exciting. Sometimes, Peggy, the assumption for folks that are watching, they might think, well, anything in government takes a lot of time, and usually it does, right? There's processes, but you're here to tell folks about the Economic Assistance for Muscatine Small Business Program. And I hope they understand that this was done in a very short period of time to really help our small businesses. So can you give us the background on this? When did it get brought up? And then we'll get folks kind of caught up and definitely talk to those local business owners.
Well, definitely. I mean, this is on the fast track. It's sort of incredible. Like you said, Tony, a lot of times it seems like government, we have to do 3 votes. We have a lot of studying and everything. And with the pandemic that's going on and the sense of urgency to help our small businesses in town, which we have hundreds, it was like around April 9th was the first time everybody's like, we need to do something internally. The state was providing programs, the feds were providing programs, but we started an idea, and on April 16th actually is when we presented a proposed program to the city council. So working with Greg Jenkins, our interim director, city administrator, Jody Royal Goodwin, who is our community development manager, and then making sure that Nancy Luke is in and finance was okay with it. We had a team, and we were like, we've got to go with an action plan. Instead of saying, let's talk about it first and get some studies. So the 16th, last week, we voted to approve the program and come up with the funding that would not impact the general funds, because we can't impact any of our normal services.
Right.
So our plan 16th, and we hope to have approvals and money flowing by May 15th.
That's unbelievable. So in just about a month and a week, that'll all have gotten done.
Yes.
And you're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, it's $400,000
Right.
that would be available. So what I don't know, and that's why you're here, of course, is so $400,000 is a lot of money. How much would a small business be able to receive? And then what is that process going to be like for that small business owner?
Well, we capped our grant or our loan because it is considered a forgivable loan.
Sure.
So on January 1, if everything's okay, the loan is forgiven.
Nice.
Whereas our normal forgivable loans are like 5 years, a bigger pool of money. So $2,500 is the cap, because we wanted to reach out and help as many businesses as possible that might fall through the cracks with a state grant.
That's a big deal.
So our forgivable loan is $400,000. We were thinking maybe $250,000 originally, and then we came up with $400,000 out of programs that are already set aside for small business in 2019, 20, 21, 22, and how can we realign those to now use them for the now, for the immediate need.
And it seems like when you talk about $2,500 for that small business, you know, that could be a way for them to pay that monthly rent or mortgage during the next 2 months. So if we're looking at, so would you say disbursement would be May 15th or 16th?
Yeah,
so the
that's
process,
our plan.
So the applications are happening now?
Not yet.
Okay.
So this week we've firmed up the application process. We're working with some partners that have been great, like the Community Foundation already had an application process online. They're building it, so we created a scoring mechanism with our requirements. They're building it so that you've got to fill out normal information. Who are we? Tell me about your business, and then do you meet these needs, so that we can sort of have more of a quantitative approach to scoring the businesses. So they're doing that for us. That will be ready for use on May 1st. Okay, that's the opening day for the applications.
That is next Friday.
It's next Friday.
It's fantastic.
So we'll be testing out the process early next week. And then at the same time, so we're working on that, and then we're running in parallel with Kevin Jennison and getting the communication out, because we want to make sure that we hit the businesses properly, and that's through advocates like yourself, Tony. That's why I reached out to you. The newspapers, press releases, online, social media, of course, and then we're even sending some postcards to businesses because we're sort of disjointed with how we communicate nowadays.
Well, and I think, you know, there's a lot of restaurants, small business restaurants in Muscatine that I don't want to make a general statement and say that they're all doing well, but it certainly seems like Muscatine has rallied. You know, last night we picked up dinner from Chicharo's, and we're really trying to stimulate the local economy. But certainly, Peggy, there are businesses that may not be open or that cannot offer things curbside, but we should not just assume that they can make it, nor should they just feel like they have to close up shop. So that's where you're right. I mean, I feel like there are certainly, you know, we think about a certain section or sector of local businesses first. Maybe this is just me, bars, restaurants, entertainment, but there are certainly other folks downtown and throughout Muscatine that could benefit from this.
Right, and remember our original programs sort of were in 3 development areas, like Park Avenue, downtown, and Grandview. And we're like, we need to open it up for the whole city.
Awesome.
And so, like I said, we think of our restaurants and we can help support them by doing curbside pickup, delivery, but it's still not matching what they need.
Sure.
There's salons, tons of salons that are a sole proprietor, so they rent chairs, but they fall out of the program. So how can we help them? There's service providers. So we wanted to make sure we looked at from the smallest to the middle size, because I'm sorry if you're large or a national chain or have a franchise, you'll probably score out of the program.
Yeah, Hy-Vee wouldn't need that.
No.
I mean, that's obvious, but I feel like that's worth stating.
Right.
So, but yeah, and that's where like I want all of the small businesses to have an opportunity. Now, that being said, there are a lot of them, and the process will take time. But when you have that infrastructure from the community foundation, you can expedite it. And that's what's so great about this technology, isn't it?
Huge help. We didn't have to go to an outside software to develop something. That was one of the first calls Jody made, was to Charla and say, you've got something, can we use it? Check. Talk to the chamber. Can you help us develop the mailing list and get the communication out and put a link on your site? And Jody actually did a webinar with the chamber yesterday for small business. So we're trying to touch everybody the best we can to get it out there. $2,500 doesn't sound like a lot of money, but to your point, Tony, it could pay their utility bills for a couple months. It could help with inventory. That's one of the things. So when we get to startup, they need inventory potentially, especially restaurants and stuff, to get back on their feet. Mortgage, rent. So those initial needs. Personnel, you know, that's sort of handled with unemployment, but still, if that's what you need, that's what you need. You need to use that money. Maybe I'll give them that shot of the arm to last another month or so.
Well, that's just it. I mean, certainly nobody really knows how the next 30 to 60 days will go. Illinois just made the decision yesterday to go another 30 days on their shelter in place, and they kind of opened up restrictions a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see where Iowa goes. But in the meanwhile, what can you do on the local level? You can get $400,000 approved in a record time, and we're talking about a week from today, people be able to put these applications in, and then 14 days from then, right, they could receive that $2,500. That's a big deal. So the process of local government coming together, and I asked you this before we started, and I'll mention it now because it's important. This was a unanimously approved by the council. There was nobody said that, you know, because it makes sense, of course, right? That's part of being an elected official, is doing everything that you can for your town and the people that live here, and certainly those businesses that have been, you know, made those investments. So just talk about that. That had to make you feel really good that everybody was on board, your fellow council members. And obviously the mayor is supporting this.
Oh, and the Mayor Broderson is fielding questions constantly now, as are probably the other council members. I sent an update with all of our major tasks so that they knew where we were at. But it was unanimous. We all see an immediate need. Are we going to be able to do this type of thing all the time? No, because we still need to be fiscally responsible. Like I said, this isn't impacting any of our normal services.
Sure.
But when we can say we do have this money that we can realign or divert right now, let's do it. Now, we'll have to reestablish those programs in the future, because we sort of just got at the normal small business loan program, but we want to get that back. We took the money from the facade program. We want to get that reestablished, but it's not going to be in the next year, 18 months. We don't know. Right now, the focus is get money into the hands, get it back into the community, help our small businesses, because we want to come out the other side with them still with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it makes sense. It's weird. It's tough times. Those small businesses that are out there, if they're watching, I hope that they're hearing this and that they're going to get excited about that $2,500. If you know somebody that's in a small business that could benefit from this, please tell them about it. So then so a week from today, Peggy, May 1st, will they need to go to the Community Foundation of Greater Muscatine's website? Is that where that would lie? Will it be on the City of Muscatine's website as well? What is that path going to look like?
Well, Kevin is setting up a new page this weekend for the Economic Assistance Program. So the FAQs will be out there, the link to the application. It'll be on the Community Foundation, and I think we're going to put it on the Chamber site. So we're trying to get it in multiple places. The application period will be from May 1 to May 7.
Okay.
And it is, you know, we're going to ask a series of questions. Some will help with scoring, and then we're going to collect some content. We need some documents, because this is a loan. We have a separate loan committee, secured loan committee of bank local bank officials
Sure.
to help us review them and to validate and approve.
Mm-hmm.
We can only service about 160 businesses.
Okay.
Okay, we have hundreds, but 160 is still something.
Oh, it's better than nothing,
So,
right? I mean, nobody can downplay this. We're
Yeah.
talking about $400,000, almost $500,000 to inject into these businesses that need it. So,
Yep.
yeah, guess what? I mean, $2,500. If you got to do a little bit of paperwork to go through it, it's worth it, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
It's worth it. I mean, we don't want to, and I think we'll gain a lot of perspective from this time. And I hope that, we can learn a lot as well, and
Right.
hope that we never have to do this again.
Right. I do want to point out one other thing.
Sure.
As we were building our goals of what we wanted to do, Greg and Jody had gone in and did some benchmarking with other communities. Because there's publications out there, there's pages saying this community's done this, these are the rules, because we didn't want to have to reinvent the wheel. But it was interesting that we didn't find a community of our size with that kind of pool of money. We were competitive with cities of 100,000 because,
Wow.
or millions, metropolitan areas, or Kenosha was one, and they had like 100,000 people, and their pool wasn't this big. So when we benchmarked that, it sort of reminded us how fiscally responsible we are in Muscatine, and that we can do something like this. And it really helped us, let us know that we were on the right track
Yeah.
with this type of program, and that we could be proud of what we're doing, because we're doing it even better than some others.
Isn't that wild? 24,000 people.
Yeah.
In the city, 40,000 if you factor in the county, and you're talking about Kenosha, Wisconsin not having.
They have a program, but it's not as robust in the funds, and
Sure.
their population is 4 times. Wow. So, we looked at Rock Island, we looked at metro areas. So that was a great exercise that we went through the Monday right after we approved everything.
Well, and doesn't that make you feel good?
Oh, yeah.
And shouldn't that be a headline that Muscatine, because again, we're starved for good stories. We're starved for glimmers of hope, and this economic assistance for Muscatine Small Business Program is just that.
Right.
And it's great to hear that kind of homework was done, and looking at other cities and communities to see where we stack up, and that is really exciting. Listen, all we want to do at this time of year, before we started, again, we're talking about this time of year, it's severe weather, it's flooding, it's, no more spring cleanup. That would have been the top of mind for people, but I feel like it's a better program. I called yesterday, I got scheduled for next week. I said, how many times can I call? They said it's unlimited. I said, what if I got this and this, and it's unbelievable. I didn't know that I could. I bought a new bed. I didn't know when the new bed comes, I could put my old bed in a bag and then they pick it up.
Yeah.
That's tremendous. I had no idea. And then you said something interesting, and I want to mention this. The amount of money that we're saving by not doing spring cleanup is what?
Around $180,000 is what was proposed to us when Brian Steinman, our Public Works Director, proposed this, and we're like, oh, wait a second. That's a big paradigm shift, right?
Sure.
But when he said, this is the kind of money we can save, and most of it's personnel, because they had to dedicate tons of resources to those 2 weeks where we focused on nothing but garbage. And now you can call, like you said, exactly what you did.
So
call,
awesome.
do it. It's frequent through the year. We don't have to worry about pickers coming through the town.
Sure.
It's tidy, it's neat, and it's saving us money because they're just using existing staff and scheduling it around your normal pickup. It's truly turning into a great program, and there's information on the city site. There's even I think it's called Bulky, so you can get to how to call or contact them to request it.
It couldn't be more easy. I mean, I opted to make a phone call, got it taken care of. The only thing that I would like to see, this is just connected to refuse, I guess. I loved the opportunity to drop off cardboard. But boy, did we screw that up. And I say that as the collective, we messed that up big time. So, but Kelsey Brackett had an interesting point, near the spot where you can drop off like the lawn clippings and whatever. Like, what if we put the cardboard facility, whatever, unit on the other side of the fence so that it's only a certain amount of time and it can be better monitored? I used the cardboard thing, Peggy, all the time. I never abused it. was only, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I was so disheartened when the one that was on, I think it was on Washington Street, kind of got overloaded with stuff. But I am pro any type of program with recycling in that respect. And I'm sure that that's something that'll come up as things sort of get back to normal.
Oh, we're always looking at new ideas. I mean, there's always something to do, whether it's that, whether it's this program, whether it's the great stuff that John Cook's doing at the wastewater treatment. Wow, we've got great things. Can we just take a couple minutes to just touch on so people understand who our focus is?
Sure.
Just a couple highlights. Again, Muscatine City business.
Okay.
All right. 25 or fewer employees. And that's including sole proprietors. So that salon owner, you count. All right.
Okay.
You have to have been opened and active prior to March 1 of 2019.
Okay.
So you got to be in business a year there. And physical location in Muscatine, we do scoring. So if you're a home business, you can still submit a request. You won't score like a commercial business, but you're still in the mix.
Sure.
And you have to meet the loan requirements, meaning you don't have a lien against your business from the city, state, the feds. Otherwise, pretty easy, and the application will walk you through that. And then the 4 pieces of the documents, like I said, will be secured and only reviewed by the loan committee. And there are things that you would have had to do anyway for the state.
Sure.
Or if you had applied for the small business loan. So they're not uncommon documents.
No, I think that's all reasonable, and I'm glad that you pointed that out. Again, the Economic Assistance for Muscatine Small Business Program officially kicks off the application process next Friday, a week from today. That's May 1st, runs through the 7th. And if you're out there and this is you or someone you know, I encourage you to relay that information to them. It was so many good stories the last couple of weeks, different organizations in town working well together. And boy, has the Community Foundation of Greater Muscatine been a name that's come up quite a bit. Charla has got that place rocking and rolling, and it's so awesome that they can work with the city to make this happen and to have that infrastructure to help expedite that application process so you can get those dollars, that $2,500. 160 small businesses will benefit from this.
Right.
It's really exciting. Mayor Diana Broderson joining the Facebook Live feed right now. So it's great to have you come here, Peggy, to talk about it, to understand that it was unanimously approved by the council. Of course, the mayor supporting it.
Absolutely.
Working well with the chamber, working well with the Community Foundation. It's fantastic. It's such a great thing to have been done in such a short period of time. I'm excited about it. So unrelated to this, and I feel like I know the answer, but I don't know. Is the dog park closed?
No.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. And shame on me for not having taken my dog, because we have the membership and we love the dog park. I guess I've been a bad dog owner. I didn't know.
No, you need to use it responsibly. You need to practice social distancing.
Yes.
Dogs aren't the best at doing that sometimes, but the people definitely can.
Yeah.
But it's still open until the state or the city chooses to close them. It's considered an individual type activity like a golf course.
Excellent.
And the Rotary the Parks and Rec department just installed the benches.
Oh, I need to go, is what you're saying.
They are exciting. They're donated by the Rotary Club. And
that's excellent.
So there's little things happening still, but please still use it, but use it responsibly.
Sure. You still got to feel so great about the dog park, right?
Yeah, I do.
Right. I mean, you just ever drive by and you're like, that was so worth it. I mean, it's so much worth.
I'm always counting cars, talking to people when I can, but there's a great group of people that participate.
It's the best. Well, and shame on me, like I said, for not knowing, but you're here and I figured I could ask and I wouldn't get I'll take them. All right, I'll take them back. I didn't know, but that's excellent. Thank you for being here, Peggy Gordon.
Thank you, Tony.
Member of our city council. Again, the Economic Assistance for Muscatine Small Business Program will be ready a week from today, Friday, May 1st. Get that application done if you kind of fit that criteria that we just talked about. $400,000 in the form of $2,500 increments, which can really, as Peggy said, could really keep the lights on at a local business. And all we want to do is get on the other side of this pandemic and have all of our great local businesses standing right there with us. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tony.
It's great to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, Peggy Gordon, everybody. All right, so that's going to be next Friday. Let's go outside, I guess. It's raining still. I can tell because there's a little puddle in the parking lot. We got the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam. Great example. That vehicle right there in the shot just got a little Starbucks curbside. So maybe you're like, I love Starbucks. I haven't had it in a while. Guess what? Our Starbucks is still open. You can call ahead, and they will bring it to your vehicle. You don't even have to come into the store if you don't want to. If you want to come into the store, you certainly can. Starbucks and the crew, they're doing an excellent job, and a shout out to CBI Bank and Trust. Certainly the CBI Bank location here at Hy-Vee, very much open for business. They have adjusted their hours. They're kind of taking care of folks in a little bit of a different way. They've got the security gate down while they're open, but they are there for you, right? CBI Bank and Trust would also want me to tell you, listen, you're looking to buy a house, buy a car, want to take advantage of some of those low rates that are out there, reach out to anybody at CBI Bank and Trust. Have a conversation with your banker. Talk to a loan expert. Is that what they're called? Maybe a loan. I like to be called a loan expert. You call Bob Howard right now. Bob Howard's personal cell phone number is, I'm not going to do that. But listen, if it's you and you're like, you know what, maybe you just want to support all the sponsors of the show, you get a auto loan through CBI, you go to Toyota Muscatine and you get yourself a good-looking Toyota. Just talking to somebody that works here yesterday about that. This coworker of mine said, I think I need a new car. And I said, well, I drive a Toyota, and they run forever, so I would look at a Toyota, and I said, you could buy it online. You could go to toyotamuscatine.com. You could buy it online. Stop yourself. That's marvelous. All right, I forgot to mention something that I did yesterday, and I just want to give a shout-out, speaking of small businesses and hydrangeas. I want to give a shout-out to Jeff Hanson, Dr. Hanson with Hanson Chiropractic. My man, Jeff. It had been too long since I got adjusted. And Jeff made the smart decision a couple weeks ago to close for a week and kind of figure out how he could go about operating his small business. And then he reopened, and it is by appointment only at Hanson Chiropractic on Cedar Street. He's been my chiro for coming up on 8 years. So Jeff is great. Susan, his whole crew, they're fantastic. I called on Monday, I think. And I was so happy when Susan answered. And I was like, oh, you're open? And she was like, who is this? And I was like, I'll never tell. I'm very dramatic when I call places like Hanson Chiropractic because I've been going there for so long. And they were open, so I made an appointment. I didn't really make an appointment. I said, what do you got? And they said, could you do 4 o'clock Thursday yesterday? And I said, yes. And it was super clean. They're cleaning everything. Jeff had the mask on, Hawkeye mask, by the way, very sharp-looking Hawkeye mask. And I got adjusted, and it sounded like if you stepped on a metal garbage can. So everything was out. Jeff's like, what's going on? And I was like, I'm a wreck. So, and then there's this thing in your neck, and I'm not a chiropractor, okay, I'm not. But there's this thing in your neck, it's called like the atlas and the axis. And if this moves at all, it just messes up the nerves that flow from your brain. I don't know if that's what's up there is my big brain. I'm real smart, see? Tremendously smart, some would say. I'm just kidding, of course. But the nerves go down your neck, and then they go everywhere, right? You're on my nerve. So Jeff got this one side to go, and then I'm always like trying to just like, okay, and man, whatever it went. And all the nerves, it's just this incredible feeling. If you don't get adjusted, you're missing out. It's like part of the neck, but then also something up here goes back into place, and it's like you just feel like this. And then he adjusted my wrists because I type a lot, and my one, it's called like a Luna, and it feels terrible for a second, but then it's like, oh, thank you. Because you don't realize if you're texting or typing how rough that is. I mean, maybe if you had carpal tunnel, but so anyway, shout out to Jeff Hanson. That's not a paid endorsement. That's just my man. All right, so this is a hydrangea, and I don't like rainy days, right? I mean, I don't like severe weather. I don't like snow per se. So whenever it rains, I feel like I want to get something that could brighten things up a little bit. So this is a hydrangea, and it just arrived here at the store. I mean, just this morning, I think. Real nice. I don't know how much it costs, but, you know, it costs money, right? So that's it. What do you want from me? I don't work at the Floral Shop, all right? If you think you want this hydrangea, stop into the store, call the Floral Shop. You can even have it delivered. Hello. Mother's Day is coming up. Floral Shop got some good ideas for Mother's Day. I also like this little guy right here. Not sure what this is. Oh, look at that. Oh, it says stuff. Dance with fairies, ride a unicorn, swim with mermaids, chase, I can't read the rest, Brad, chase rainbows. Thank you. Oh, that's something else, isn't it? I don't even know what this is. Very nice. It's very nice, though. I like it. Little wooden box. You can save it after that plant dies. Not that you want it to die. There is a leprechaun riding a unicorn. That's my next tattoo. I've been waiting to get that one. Been waiting a long time. Haven't got a tattoo. When was my last tattoo? Wow. 9 years ago, maybe? Yeah. All right. So let's talk about a couple of things. Today is April 24th. It's Friday. It's raining. But that's okay. April's almost over. May 1st is next Friday. That's crazy to me. Today is National Pigs in a Blanket Day. Chris has outdone himself. Pigs in a blanket. I love pigs in a blanket. I'm here to tell you. And this is about as close as we can get as far as a pig in the blanket prop, because you got to make them yourself. You got to get cocktail weenies. You got to get the crescent. You got to wrap it around it, and you got to bake it, right? But I also love mini corn dogs. I really do. What does that say? Real honey in the batter. Oh, sign me up. There's 46 of them in there. These are awesome. Pigs in a blanket. Yeah. Nothing wrong with a pig in a blanket, right? It's also National Arbor Day, and we kind of have some nice-looking green plants behind us for Arbor Day. So we're celebrating Arbor Day. There's one right there. Look at that. I don't know what it's called, but it looks real good. And that one, too. Arbor Day. And booze in the background. I like the big one that's over that shoulder, everybody. Look at that. Allow me to duck my large head out of the way. Look at that. Arbor Day. So, and then, we've also got the garden center, which will officially be open for business. I mean, it's kind of like if you need something, they'll sell it to you, right? If you need like a pallet of dirt or a bag of dirt or a bag of mulch, we'll sell you whatever you want. But they're getting it all looking real good. Shout out to Brent Coolers. Shout out to Adam Spiegel. Adam is going to be running the garden center, and we will definitely keep you updated as far as when that is officially rocking and rolling in the parking lot here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Luann on Facebook says Hanson Chiropractic is the best. Yeah, listen, I would agree with you, and I feel so much better. So yeah, shout out to Jeff. So in addition, it is also Hairball Awareness Day. I'm allergic to cats. I don't like cats and hairballs. That's a thing, right? That's not made up. There is. Oh, is there a cat in the box? Gosh, I hope not. That would be tragic because I'm allergic. Welcome to the Toyota Muscatine What's in the Box, everybody. I'll be your victim today, Tony Tone. Hairball Awareness Day, Teach Children to Save Day as well. Get your kids set up with a bank account at CBI Bank and Trust. What's in the box? All right, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm opening the box. Can you guys see? My eyes are closed. Is that in the shot? What's in the box? Oh, I know what this is. I love a good lint roller. Oh, I knew it. And I didn't even have to look. I am right. Yes. You got to have a lint roller. I always forget that my dog sheds because he's a puggle. And then he was just shedding all over the other day on my shirt. So, yeah, we've definitely got your lint rollers here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee, right? It's just something that you got to have. Yeah, to get rid of your fur ball. Exactly. That is an excellent point. But that's the thing with these cats, right? The fur ball, ugh, yucky. Even just thinking about that makes me want to reach for some Simply Soothing hand sanitizer. Look at that cat. Yuck. Yeah, look at its tongue. Ew, gross. No offense, cats. Just not for me. I'm out. I'm out on cats. No offense. Yeah, shameless plug. And we still have this, by the way, for sale. Got a lot of it. Simply Soothing hand sanitizer. Made in LeClaire, Iowa at the Mississippi River Distilling Company. Bottled in Columbus Junction at Simply Soothing, the makers of Bug Soother. Is it going to be a buggy summer? Does anybody know? Can the coronavirus kill all the mosquitoes? Nobody would complain, right? You keep hearing stories about like a tiger at the zoo got the coronavirus. Like, how did you test it? Okay, and then like, but if it was mosquitoes, nobody would be like, oh, those poor mosquitoes. You know, I feel bad for mosquitoes or wasps. Why can't the coronavirus wipe out all the wasps? They don't serve a purpose. Save the bees, kill the wasps. That's my take. Everybody, get rid of them. We don't need them, right? Now I'm going to get hate mail from wasp lovers. I used to watch your show, but then you said the coronavirus should take out the wasps. Have you ever had a wasp just come at you? You're just like, they just do that. And you're like, oh, you're just enjoying your backyard, the place that you rent, the house that you pay for, and then there's a wasp that's just like, what's up? Ew. Gross. Show me one happy wasp. You can't. What are they doing? I love bees. They're making honey. They're pollinating. Bring on the bees. Save the bees. Wasps? Not trying to do it. They are just mad. A wasp is just like this with their stinger. They're never relaxed. Bees are kind of like, hey, I'm a bee. But like, don't get too close because I got a stinger still. Wasps are just coming in hot. Wasps are just like, huh! And then the bees are like, I'm just trying to do my thing, but if you get in my way, I might sting you. That's a bee. Look at the bee. Innocent, right? Yeah, why can't we like just knock out all the wasps and the mosquitoes? Or the gnats. Ugh, gnats. Yuck. Right? Gnats. I just want, like, you know, I'm glad that we have the bug soothers of the world so that if it is buggy, you just do a little spritz and you're good to go. All right, I moved my sheet all the way over here. Okay, we're going to get out of here. There's a lot. I mean, not right now. There's a couple things I need to mention. I just want to make sure I'm not ignoring anything on my initial list here. Okay, so, yeah. Again, my intent, you know, is to do this show as much as I can. Obviously, 5 days a week would be best, in my opinion, to create content that you can watch and to feature folks like Peggy Gordon. And if you ever have those guest suggestions, please email me, hyveetoday@gmail.com. Our friend Chris Anderson, who is to my left, a local artist and member of this show, we had been doing these Hy-Vee portraits for a while, and then things kind of, you know, changed, and the show changed a little bit as far as the consistency of doing it. But I feel like being more consistent means doing the show, talking to people, and then having these awesome portraits. So today we have Amber Rhodes, who is in the Floral Shop. And what's crazy to me is that I took the picture of Amber that Chris drew in pencil. That's unbelievable. So Amber had this great idea Monday about featuring somebody that works here on like Facebook and Instagram. So I decided to call it the Helpful Smile Strong Spotlight. So I told Amber, I said, well, you have to be the first one because, you know, it was her idea. So we did that, and it looks great, and that drawing is unbelievable. Look at the flowers. Look at Chad, can I airdrop you the picture of Amber, and then we'll do a side-by-side just to show you how good this Chris Anderson is. Let me find my picture of Amber. It is, I think it's that one, right? Because I had that one. Is it this one right here? Okay. I'm going to airdrop this really quick, and I just want you to see how talented Chris Anderson is. So Chris has done Delmer, he's done Jose, Phil, Matt, Amber, Sherry. Who else am I forgetting? D. He did D as well. So there's the picture I took of Amber. And then here is the side-by-side. Steve Graham bringing me breakfast. Very nice of him. Here's the picture of Amber. And then there is Chris's. Look at that. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And a sense of normalcy with this show via a sketch. I love it. So, and then there was Amber's idea, this Helpful Smile Spotlight. Helpful Smile Strong Spotlight. Absolutely great. So thank you, Amber. And check out our Facebook page. Yesterday we featured Kayleen that runs Wine and Spirits. I don't know who it's going to be today. Could be Steve Graham. Could be. Trying to sneak a breakfast over here. He'd do an undercover breakfast. I don't even want to show you because he'll yell at me. Today and tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, with every $50 you spend, we're going to put 25 cents on your fuel saver. So please keep that in mind. You need groceries. Maybe you're going to just, cook out. You're doing your social distancing. You're hanging out at the house, but you still need things, right? So come to the store and spend $50. We'll put 25 cents on your fuel saver. So the price of gas can be even lower than it already is. Today and tomorrow, love it. The price of gas is $1.40, but it can be lower than that. It can be less than that. I filled up last Saturday. I filled up my van for $15. And there's people that are filling up their vehicle and paying a penny. So this is the time, y'all. I mean, look at that right there. So if you spent $200, you get $1 on your fuel saver. You're paying 40 cents a gallon. 40 cents a gallon. Let's just do the math on 40 cents a gallon times, say, 15 gallons. That's $6 to fill up your car or your truck. Maybe you got a Ford or a Toyota or Chevy. Steve's got a Mercedes. That's a good deal. So please come in today or tomorrow for that. The bakery. So 2 comments on the bakery. Buy one, get one 50% off. Only thing it doesn't include are the donuts. That's going on from cakes to cookies to muffins. Bakery Fresh bread. Buy one, get one 50% off. I love that deal. If you're grilling, grab some Bakery Fresh buns. The muffins you can't beat. Scotcheroos are a staple. And just know that that's going on through Tuesday. And then tomorrow from 7 till 11 a.m. outside the store, they're going to be selling glazed donuts by the dozen for $5 and some coffee available out front as well. And I think Boney is doing some breakfast sandwiches. So that's tomorrow, Saturday, from 7 till 11 a.m. here at the store. The DSW deal, I think it's awesome. I told you I bought 2 pairs of Crocs for my boys from the store, aisle 11. Our Crocs were $7 cheaper in store than they are right now on Amazon.com. So again, I'm not good at math, but I'll save money any way I can, right? I'm not trying to pay more for something that I can save money on. So that's really exciting. That's in aisle 11, DSW at Hy-Vee. Very cool partnership. And if you need shoes, sandals, whatever the case may be, I'm not sure if we're going to have, if it's just kind of like while supplies last, if we're going to have more. I don't know that answer. I'll find out. But in the meanwhile, I'd say come to the store, go to the back of aisle 11, and check out what is available from DSW. So maybe today is the day I buy Crocs. Is today the day? I don't know. Do they have a 12 or 13 in Crocs back there? I've seen it. I've seen it. I kind of want to try them on again, but we're in a pandemic. Like, can I try on a Croc? I have socks on. Like, is that, you know what I mean? Like, is that, I don't know. I don't know what the protocol is. If I did, could I then like wipe it off with like a Clorox wipe? I don't know. But is today the day I buy Crocs? What if I just put Crocs on for the rest of the day? Wouldn't anybody notice? My feet would notice because they're so comfortable. All right. What else? So Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. If you want to get your favorites brought out to your vehicle. So 2 thoughts. Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Order online. We'll bring it out to your car, but also available with DoorDash. DoorDash, rockin', bringing you your Market Grill Express faves. Mealtime to go, you can get anything you want. DoorDash has Market Grill Express menu items. Mealtime to go, Hy-Vee Chinese, Italian, the kitchen, Market Grill Express will bring it out to you. Maybe you've been longing for some Hy-Vee Chinese, Hy-Vee.com/mealtime. Order it and we will get you taken care of. On that back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper, I've got it in my hand, and we certainly have it digitally because it's on the screen right now. 7-day stock-up sale continues. Great grocery deals right there through Tuesday. So good super coupon. I got to get some of that Hy-Vee spring water. I love having just a case of water in the garage fridge. $1.99, limit 2 with the coupon, and Prairie Farms is in there. Those hamburger pickles are there. Macaroni and cheese, chili beans, paper plates, napkins, spaghetti, Delmer's fresh-made ham salad, chicken fritters, Top Care all-day allergy. A lot of great deals. That's on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper talking about 7-day stock-up sale here at the store. And then inside the paper, you've got the ad right here in my hand. That is good Wednesday. Started this past Wednesday through Tuesday. So Hy-Vee ad inside your Discover Muscatine newspaper. It kind of goes right like this. And then you take it out and you look through it, everybody. Beef wrapped in bacon, never a bad idea. Let the record state. So there is the Hy-Vee ad, and we are ready to get you all taken care of. Okay, don't think I missed anything, right? So we good? Okay, perfect. Thank you to Peggy Gordon, who is here. Peggy is a member of Muscatine City Council, and we talked about the brand new Economic Assistance for Muscatine Small Business Program, $400,000 made available for local businesses in the form of forgivable loans, $2,500 each. That'll take care of 160 local businesses. A week from today, Friday, May 1st, the application process will be online and live and ready to go. That process goes May 1st through the 7th, and then the funds look to be distributed starting on or around May 14th through the 16th. Big deal to support those local businesses, and it was great to have Peggy here talking about it. Easy ways to make a rainy day better. Hydrangeas, flowers, Cubs wooden wine glass. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. Don't do that. Drink responsibly. And then you would spill everywhere, right? But don't you just want to hold it like this? Isn't that, it's like a baseball bat. These are fantastic. We've got them while they last. And then here's the little baby wooden shot glass. Wouldn't it be cool if it was a shot glass and a fife? But it's not a fife. But it is a little baseball bat handle. So even though it says Cardinals, which is kind of yucky, listen, you're a Cardinals fan, that's fine. I am a Cubs fan. But just listen to that. Isn't that cool? I guarantee you these probably be sold out by next week. So baseball season on hold for now. You got a diehard fan in your life. You want to gift something cool to them. We also showed you the full-size wooden cups. And then I really like the bat handle bottle opener. I might buy one of those today and just leave it on my garage fridge. So that is awesome. Steve, did I miss anything? Am I good? Anything I should mention? Growlers, beer to go from the Market Grill Express, maybe? All right. Listen, we'll see you on Monday. That's my intent. I hope you have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. I don't want it to rain. It's a bummer. We had so much fun yesterday. We were selling lunch and dinner out in front of the store. We were rocking and rolling, and we should do that all the time when the weather allows us to. I don't like rain. I just don't. But I also can't be the guy that has talked about just wanting a spring, and part of spring is rain. So maybe I should just grin and bear it. All right, there's a live look outside. Garden Center coming along nicely. Hy-Vee gas in the background. Thank you for watching. We'll leave you with that live look outside. If you need anything from me, hyveetoday@gmail.com. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota Muscatine, and Lutheran Living Senior Campus. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, and we'll see you on Monday right here. Goodbye.
Watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.